How's it going, everyone? We are back with another video. Today we're talking about BMW and BMW's most recent choices in life are not great. And they've decided to go ahead and just put everything into the electric car market. In recent times, a lot of car manufacturers decided that may not be exactly what you want to do just yet. And a lot of them is taking a little bit of a chill on it, while other car manufacturers go forward full steam, right? So if you don't know, BMW is made in Germany, along with the Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen. You know, it's kind of all tied together. And Germany has not had a good track record of making good car decisions. You know, they introduced the recycled plastic parts in the early 90s, 1992, I believe, and started using recycled plastic on all the engine coolant lines, sensors, hoses, everything, water pumps, and it does seem to fail very quickly. So they decided to come out with a new line. They started production on the electric engines for the new class, what they've deemed the new class. I think back in the late 70s, early 80s, they had new class. And this is spelled N-E-U-E class, K-L-S-S-E. Is that how you pronounce it? Probably not, but that's what we're going to do for this video, right? And they're making this platform at the Steyr plant, the 3 millionth electric vehicle sold milestone, and updates for the 2026 iX series. I've actually seen one of these iX series here on the road in St. Louis. From a distance, it looks kind of like a Tesla, kind of big and bubbly. And in fact, that's what I thought it was at first. And I got to it, and you can see the iX badge in the back. I was like, ugh, I don't know about that. And so somebody bought one. People buy these. There's certain people that buy these. Is this going to replace all the gas engines? In my opinion, absolutely not. What do BMW drivers really want? Is their BMW not to break down. That's what they want, right? Everybody watching this video is like, yeah, why is my car breaking down all the time? Well, BMW knows why it's breaking down all the time. They know exactly why. BMW is also touting that they recently gave away a hole-in-one. Somebody got a hole-in-one in a golf scholarship. And they gave away exclusive BMW Skytop, which is a new convertible. Was a Skytop a good choice and name for a convertible? It's debatable. It's debatable. And the 50-year celebration of the BMW 3 Series in North America was also just passed. And that also prompted the arrival of the 2026 iX sales in the U.S. The new class production begins, production electric engines and its next generation new class vehicles plant in Steyr, Australia, making a new chapter for electrifications. And I just did see too that Mercedes is going to start buying BMW hybrid engines to put in their hybrid cars, because Mercedes, I guess, can't make that quick enough or at a price that makes sense. So that's interesting, because a lot of BMW guys and Mercedes guys, that's always been a long clash, kind of like Chevy and Ford. A lot of people are probably not happy to hear that. Some people may be happy to hear that. And like I said before, they're celebrating their 3 millionth electric vehicle sold. That's worldwide, not in the States. Underscoring its commitment to electromobility. Now, even though electric cars have kind of taken a little bit of a backseat in America in recent months, Europe, full tilt ahead, boys. I mean, just full steam ahead. You know, we're going to make electric vehicles whether you like it or not. But what they're finding here is it actually costs more to make electric vehicles than it does actually a gas engine. And it's a lot worse for the environment than a gas engine, the production of the vehicle. And you know, same as a windmill. A windmill is not efficient at all, not productive. And they're starting to learn that pretty quick. And the windmill prices, the windmill sales here have pulled back a lot, right? It's just like anything else. Somebody has a good idea. They pitch it to some sales guy and they're like, yeah, let's put it out. Before even thinking anything about it. And then they're forced to pull back on it down the road. And they'll try to hold out from pulling back on it because, once again, it's all money. People's getting paid. As long as they keep getting paid, they'll keep making stuff. And it's up to the people to say, no, we're not going to jump face first in this. And the customer pulls back, then they're forced to change course. And that's kind of what's going on here, in my personal opinion. So they're two-seater Skytop. Who thought of Skytop for a name of convertible? That's odd. Their two-seater open-top roadster is becoming a reality with production run of only 50 vehicles, paying homage to the classic BMW roadsters. So they're going to try to make a Z3, Z4 full electric car. I don't know that your average person, that's most of those Z3, Z4 guys, those are kind of like track-ish cars, right? What I mean by that, a lot of people do track those. And I don't know that it would be kind of like making an all-electric M3 or M5. It's kind of impeding on that. Why are they not thinking about this? Why do I see this and nobody else sees this? I don't get it. Regardless what car you buy, you have to try one of these scanners out. This is the new scanner from MUCAR. This is Bluetooth. This is a highly functioning scanner. This is 892BT. Put a link in the description for this. This baby does a lot of stuff. So we have our scanner here set up on the Toyota Sequoia, which is what's in my shop right now. Before we start, this will do any coding you want. This is bi-directional. This has a whole list of stuff. This will do FCA auto off. This will do DOIP, CAN-FD, and 35 other services. A very powerful tool, but this one is a little bit different. If you notice, it looks a little different on operating software. We're doing an auto scan on the Sequoia right now. This will also do BMW key coding, so you can add new keys with it. It'll do adaptions for almost anything you want. It's asking us to turn the scanner out, just plugged it in. And there is our stuff right away. Very quick recognition. The scanner has an 8-inch ultra-large display. And you notice the surround is not near as big as others. It's a very small scanner for what it does. The MUCAR 892BT runs on Android 10 with a robust 4-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and 64 gigs of storage. Ensure you get rapid and responsive diagnostics every time. Imagine a quick diagnostic issue on a busy workday with a tool that keeps you in place. This thing scanned this car up really quick. This is an odd Toyota I have in here. It actually has air suspension. Let's see what we got for the old air suspension. I've never had a scanner that would read the air suspension before in this car. And you have a problem, you're just kind of on your own. No fault codes. Can we do anything else on this? No. Read fault codes. Like I said, the Toyota air suspension is very primitive, and you're pretty much on your own whenever. But I've never been able to read the fault codes on that. It's never had a fault code for that, even when it was down and not working. This sucker's fast, man. Really fast. This is also an AI-assisted diagnostic tool. You can revolutionize your vehicle diagnostics with MUCAR. Powered by cutting-edge AI technology, is an intelligent AI system, instantly retrieves and analyzes fault codes, delivering precise, tailored solutions to streamline repairs. Full diagnostic system, OBD2 scanner, diagnostic tool, provides bi-directional diagnostics for 140 plus car brands and 10,000 models. It supports TPS, AFT, TPMS, AF, TCM, SRS, EPB, SAS, BCM, ECM, and other diagnostics. So we're in the service function here. It has all kinds of neat features: oil maintenance reset, electric throttle relearn, TPMS reset database, and seat occupancy calibration. The seat occupancy calibration is actually pretty decent. That come in pretty handy on a lot of German cars that have those fail. Come on, any car that has that fails, to be really honest with you. Let's go into the throttle body here and let's see if we have, oh, it won't let us do on this older one. this older car. The car is too old. Let's see if this thing even has this. Okay. Okay. Engine's not running. Ignition is on. Yes. Yes, sir. Confirm following conditions. Passenger, nothing placed under the seat. Okay. Okay. All right. You can see the sensor is actually reading. So all kinds of neat data stream stuff like this. That's going to help you if you have a light on for your seat sensor, your passenger seat sensor. You actually tell what's going on with it. You can fool around with it and actually get everything reset. You can see what your live reading is of that. Very interesting scanner. This has over 35 services, including advanced functions such as oil reset, ETS, gear, SAS, injector, BMS, battery monitoring system, brake reset. This is designed for serious automotive professionals, and it really is. These kind of scanners, this caliber of scanners, is really, how can I put it here? Unparalleled. Like, you have to have stuff these days. And if you are buying a brand new car, this will do brand new cars. That's another thing too. If you have a really old scanner, it will not do stuff past 2017, or it won't do much of a function on those. Interesting situation for sure. I notice there's no lag in this thing at all. We'll back out of this. Reminding you to don't forget to take the Bluetooth dongle out. And we're in auto search right now, and there's all kinds of stuff up here. Just a quick diagnose. OBD2 supports full fault code. Okay. Diagnostic record. So that's a history button. It also has a report. So you could actually print the report. Feedback. The Dollar Fix community. Social media platform. And MUAI, intelligent assistance, capable of answering various questions you have, providing more knowledge, automobiles, and maintenance and care. So this scanner is a little bit different. As you guys notice, everything looks different on this. This is not your average scanner. There's the maintenance thing, you know, all the maintenance procedures up here. Just like a quick deal here. Go here to settings. All kinds of cool things. This is not your typical user interface. We're able to show you that by the little kickstand on the back. Check out the description for the new MUCAR scanner. This thing, I've used it just a couple times. It's been pretty decent. I've not had any major failure cars come in where we had to use it on things, but it has everything here to do whatever you need for your BMW, your Volkswagen, your Mercedes, and your Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Honda, or Toyota. The whole work. As I said, BMW has not been making great choices as of the last 30 years. And it's going to be interesting to see how this actually plays out. I was watching a few videos that people are predicting that Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW were about to go through some pretty severe changes. And maybe some new ownerships in the brew for some of those companies. Is that warranted? You know, that's a different company. I don't get paid from BMW. I don't get paid from Mercedes or any other car manufacturer. If they want to do stuff to damage a brand, go ahead. It doesn't affect me at all. You know, being in the BMW fixing business for the last 30 years, you definitely see some stuff that were done for profit and not for reliability. What do the people want buying these cars? The number one thing everybody wants, to be able to go buy a new car that looks good and doesn't break down. They've been spending all the money on the look good and trying that every which way but Sunday, and but not doing a great job on that, and $0 on the not breakdown. Unfortunately, the Ford, Chevy, Dodge is also guilty of that, and that's becoming more and more apparent in the last few years. As it used to be, you could buy a brand new car and actually drive it somewhere, and that's a thing in the past. You cannot. Most of those car models, you buy a brand new car, you say, "Oh, I just bought a brand new car." Your average car starts at $50,000 and goes up. That's your average car price. I just spent 50 grand on a brand new car and I want to drive this sucker across country. And you don't make it and something fails on it. Or you just drive off the lot and things are already having problems. That's more common today in 2025 than any time in history. You know, as car manufacturers still using very cheap parts, very cheap plastics, and engineers not thinking things through. They're using less than stellar design ideas. And then there's also the angle of all these car manufacturers are trying to force you to go back to the dealer to get stuff fixed. They're creatively crafting cars that fail early, that are out of warranty, right? That gets the dealer away from having to do anything. And cars that you have to go buy a new car every so many years. There's no good business in making a car that lasts forever, even though Toyota seems to have done very good. There is a business in making somebody buy a new car every few years. And I've also read too, where this year is the first year, there's a lot of first time 7-year car loans on these cars. Now, just to be clear, most cars you buy, if you go buy that car, the second you drive it off the lot, more pronounced in 2025 than ever in history, you will lose a radical amount of money off the resale of that car. Every mile you drive that car after that, the price is tanking and tanking and tanking and tanking. Your average person that buys a new car, by the time they trade it in for another car, is $6,000 to $10,000 underwater on that car. The car prices are so inflated that's just the way it is. Luckily, we have scanner companies sending us stuff and combating some of that greed where you have to take it back to the dealership by doing software for these scanners that can read newer cars. That allows you to take your stuff in your own hands and actually be able to fix your car yourself and not have to rely on these dealers for $250, $300 an hour, which a lot of them are charging. And not to mention the markup on the price of the parts. The price of the parts of the dealership are unreal. Unreal. Just my thoughts on today. Have a good day, you guys. It's Labor Day weekend. Be careful. Come back on Monday, safe and alive. We'll see you all then. Goodbye.